Hey everyone, so I'm going on live right now. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. So this is gonna be a very quick kind of catch up, talk about the crypto dick the tip that everyone is kind of scared about. So we're gonna start off by looking at coin market cap. Then we're gonna talk about Luxcoin. A lot of people are asking me about Luxcoin, so we're gonna talk about Luxcoin. I got some brutal thoughts about Luxcoin. So that's going to be on the topic today, and then a quick catch up with you guys, just Q&A session. Shout out to everyone joining the channel right now. This is yet again one of these live videos that I'm going to start doing more often this year, just to catch up with you guys, see what's happening, and get a feel of what you guys are thinking and concerned about. So this is going to be tons of fun. We're going to look at the dip because yesterday, obviously, after my video, the market went straight down after John McAfee's tweet, of course, as well. So there seems to be some fundamental shifts in the market. So coming in January, there's a lot of like different opinions coming in, and the meta game, what the whole crypto scene is about, seems to have changed. So let's talk a little bit about the dip as well, and let's talk about what you guys think. We're gonna pop out the chat right now. I'm just giving it a sec pop out the chat. I'm gonna check the video as well. Let me just get the video, and I'm gonna slow down the chat a bit because I'm a very slow reader. All right, here 15 seconds per chat. All right, so let's talk about what is happening right now. We're gonna give some shout outs to everyone as well. So thanks you, Kevin, for your $2 donation as well. It's pretty awesome, the crypto dip. I think guys, I was reading the John McAfee will eat his dick quote just right before I started, so there we go. So shout out to everyone, shout outs to Crypto G, Trinity on KuCoin. Yep, it got listed yesterday. It 3x'd from its ICO price, so congratulations to anyone who got in on Trinity. Maz55, Boxmining, you legend, you tweeted out a Gmail inbox link instead of a link to the stream. Yep, I'm an absolute doofus on that respect. Oops, but I've quickly tried to correct that for you guys. So all right, let me just share this tweet. I'm gonna share this on, let me see, Telegram. Yeah, I'm still getting my bearings. I just got back. I'm still getting my bearings with everything, and it's gonna be fun. It's so weird doing a live stream again. I think the last week I didn't do that many live streams just because I was in South Korea, and then of course to this week just trying to catch up with everything that's going on, trying to check out new projects. Everyone's recommending me projects, and this is absolutely hilarious. So let's start off with the cryptocurrency market cap, the market dip, so to speak. So yesterday this happened. There isn't really any significant news to cause this, so this is something I want to state outright first. So at the if you look at the front page of r/Bitcoin and r/cryptocurrency, you'll see positive news coming out of South Korea. So last week, of course, we had some South Korean FUD, CNN, Forbes, Reuters, they're all kind of suggesting and hinting at, and in fact not hinting at, stating that there will be a cryptocurrency ban in South Korea. So that was what was going on the whole of last week. It got people very scared, it got the Koreans scared, it got everyone freaked out, so we had a market dip. And of course, we have positive news coming out of South Korea this week. Obviously, that news is also very tainted. I would like to say that, of course, CNN, Forbes, finally I realized, after doing news myself, I realized how kind of crappily they're written. If you looked at and read the articles, they were pretty much saying that the cryptocurrency ban was a foregone conclusion. Obviously, they didn't do the due diligence. The whole internet, we're looking at people like Joseph Young. Like Joseph is a Korean. Joseph Young, here we go. You know, we're looking at people like Joseph, and he's giving actual factual advice and factual information coming out of South Korea. So it does go to show that alternative media right now, instead of the mainstream media, is probably providing a lot more useful information. Not to really shit on CNN, but it does seem like that is the case right now. You know, you see the good news coming out of South Korea today. You see that, of course, the major banks will be kind of cooperating with the exchanges. This, I think, has a lot of probably people a little bit concerned concerned as well, because the banks will be working with the South Korean exchanges to collaborate that data to get that information about what you're trading, etc. So it's keeping a tab on the exchanges. Some people definitely won't like this, but at the same time, it's a little bit better than banning the exchanges outright. So it seems like that information that there isn't going to be a huge ban, but in fact, it just seems like more and more regulation, which is something that we've been saying on this channel for a while. So ever since December, Koreans wanted more and more regulation. They've been trying to draft up a new document, and of course, right now, at this current point, they just want to have more and more kind of scrutiny from the banks on the exchanges. Thank you so much, Kevin, for your 20 Canadian dollar donation. Thank you so much, man. Canada, go Canada. So right now, yeah, not CNN, CNBC, I think, yeah. I think CNN published some news as well, but CNN, NBC is probably the one that was hitting more at, oh, we're banning mining in China. Oh, South Korea is banning exchanges. Let's create as much fun as possible. All right. So there we go. So what's up with this is that it seems like we have another dip, and this does seem to be something that does happen in cryptocurrency. So if you guys are new to crypto, we tend to have a lot of dips in crypto. Things don't really go up without going down, and a lot of times you get very hyped up about this. So what you see right now is that towards the end of December, we have Bitcoin kind of just passing 10K, and then all of a sudden it rallied all the way up to almost 20K in the space of a few days. So that was how explosive the growth was back then, and now what we're noticing here is that it's slight cool down. We have Bitcoin prices going all the way up, cooling down. A lot of people were blaming the CBOE, CME, the futures trading, but this seems to go beyond futures trading now. It's a second dip, and it doesn't seem to be related to futures trading. So what does seem to be happening is that there's a little bit of FUD on the market. It might be still coming from Asia. I still have some Asian friends. They're saying that China, there is some sense of more regulation coming, even though right now it seems like they banned everything, but there seems to be some more regulation happening in China. So it might be because of China, or it just might be because of overall market sentiment, people taking some profits before they leave. So this seems to be what is the overall trend, is that of course it just led to a whole page of red yesterday. So even more red than what we saw last night. So taking a look, we do have pretty much double-digit dips for quite a few altcoins. It might be a signal for a good time to buy in, but of course I do want to say that cryptocurrencies are extremely volatile, and anything covered here is my personal opinions, not financial advice, guys. What is holding strong? There are a few coins holding strong. We got Pivx up here, Syndicator still holding up in the green. Let's see, we got what else we have here? Binance dropped. VChain is holding steady. It's not green, but it's holding very stable. Stellar is up. So there's some green, but mostly red today. So we have Endeavor TV, rip anyone letting go of VChain 3 days before mainnet and Thor hype. There's still a lot of stuff happening. Michael, what about CME Futures expiring? So there was this kind of conspiracy out last week that the banks were involved in crashing the price of cryptocurrency. Basically, they're kind of claiming that people shorted Bitcoin and they wanted the prices to fall below the levels of which they bought in early December. So that was the kind of CME rumor where people were hypothesizing that the banks were kind of responsible for crashing because they shorted Bitcoin. So that's one of the hypotheses, but I think that's not the whole reason. The whole cryptocurrency market, we're extremely volatile just by ourselves right now. So another fundamental shift I do want to say that was quite hilarious was, of course, John McAfee. So John yesterday, if you guys have been following, for the whole of early January, I can't really speak today. For the whole of early January, John McAfee became the hero of the altcoins, even late December as well. After tweeting about Verge took to the moon. There were other coins as well, but it seems like yesterday John McAfee did a daily tweet tweet rather, and unfortunately he picked Syscoin, and Syscoin dropped in value. So it does seem like there's a fundamental shift in the market sentiment right now. We don't really like pumps. Pumps aren't working as before. We're kind of going back to the fundamentals, and I think that's something really good for cryptocurrencies and for Bitcoin. So we got another $25 donation from Crypto. Thank you guys so much for donating to this channel. Can you talk about AirSwap and Cash? I will talk about them eventually, but what I want to say right now is that there does seem to be a fundamental shift. It does seem like what we're seeing is that we're going back to the fundamentals again, which is something that I really like, especially after what happened to BitConnect. So, you know, BitConnect completely collapsed and of course was revealed to be what everyone thought it was. So all the newbies that were coming into cryptocurrencies, they initially kind of just went for anything and everything. Someone said, yes, go for it. That was kind of what was the sentiment was on early January. We had a lot of people going back home, probably talking about crypto during the month of December. During Christmas, people got back and said, yeah, let's buy some cryptocurrencies. Lots of new people coming in, and as a result, they just listened to whatever advice was given. And obviously, not to shoot myself here, YouTube is a great place, starting place for cryptocurrency knowledge, but do your own research. This is something that I wanted to push for a long time. Don't just trust me, don't trust one person, don't trust anyone else out there, but trust yourself. And that's how markets should work. If you just go by what someone says, oh, this coin is great, then I think you're going to be in for a world of hurt. And that's the thing I've been trying to do this year as well. I've been trying to pick projects that I really like and follow up on them. You know, I've been trying to follow up on the Engine wallet, see what the development is there, and gaming, be following up on VChain, what they're doing with their partnerships and how they can push the cryptocurrency forward. Been following up on Decred as well. They have a lot of new announcements coming up, and been trying to explain the difference of what Decred offers, because a lot of people still really get confused between what Decred is having, which is a proof of work system with a governance system, a voting system, to kind of do a checks and balances with crypto. We also have, of course, Walton Chain. They're announcing new stuff with partnerships and my new videos coming out. So I'm trying to follow more on the projects that I liked last year and going into this year. I'm also trying to, of course, look into new ICOs. That's what I've been a little bit busy on. It does seem like we're still in ICO season, but because the alts are dipping a bit, that kind of bull rush for ICOs is dying down a little. So I do want to say that, of course, with the 100x video, we're talking about crazy returns on ICOs, but it does seem like right now, because we're entering slightly of more bearish phase, we're all trying to look for the best projects. So it does take me a while to look and analyze a project, not as long as Jimmy Song. So Jimmy Song is one of my favorite YouTubers. Go check out Off Chain with Jimmy Song. He's talking about almost a 3-month analysis of a cryptocurrency before he can really give an opinion about it. So that was what was really inspiring for me. Like, he's old school, he's a developer, and he developed for Bitcoin Core before. So, you know, his opinion really matters, and just the amount of time it takes for him to analyze a crypto, damn, that is really, really respectable there. So let me just check Off Chain with Jimmy Song. So this is his channel, Off Chain with Jimmy Song. He writes a lot on Medium as well. So I'll just take a look to the channel here. Really cool guy, really respectable guy as well. And of course, a lot of really cool analysis with him. So hopefully I'll do an episode with him soon, but really good insight. All right, let's talk a little bit about Luxcoin. We have some Luxcoin comments going on here, and we have one donation as well. Jeff Ski, one KuCoin. Any word on getting an interview or visiting a site like you did with Binance? Lots of chatter about lack of customer support. What are your thoughts? Unfortunately, Jeff Ski, I actually did message KuCoin, so I messaged their support channel. Maybe they're too flooded, but it does seem like they haven't replied to me yet. So that's unfortunate. I usually sometimes they reply, sometimes they don't, but in this case, KuCoin didn't reply to me, so I don't know what's happening there. I haven't met anyone responsible for the network, so I don't know what's happening with KuCoin. Maybe I can get an interview sometime. I'll try as hard as I can, but I didn't get a reply last time I asked. Julio2, thank you so much for your $2 donations. Chicken tenders or McNuggets? I usually prefer McNuggets, but chicken tenders are delicious, especially if they're coming from Popeyes. All right, so I think, you guys are going to be a little bit disappointed with my Luxcoin review, or not mini review, my talk about Luxcoin, because I think this is a very important comment bring into everything. So Luxcoin created a lot of hype because Doug Polk talked about it in his video. He's like, this is the altcoin of choice. Lux is, I think, bottom. It's ranked 323. It was released in October, and then it got a huge spike increase in value. So there's definitely a lot of hype, okay? So we got Doug Polk talking about it. We got him really pushing this hard, right? He's talking about all the features on the white paper, but I wasn't really impressed. So I'll be honest with you guys here. I took a look at this, and I took a look at what they had, which on paper looks pretty cool. You got master nodes, which people love. I actually personally have a comment about master nodes coming up. We have SegWit, which was probably huge back in the day when Bitcoin had trouble integrating SegWit and adopting it. But SegWit's pretty old news now. Everyone's got it. Bitcoin's got it. Litecoin's got it. Smart contract Ethereum's got that, and Luxcoin, which is coin mixing, which is kind of the first generation of privacy coins. We have kind of mixing these coins up together, and so you don't know where the source is. But we got cooler versions of that right now. We got pretty much Monero with their ring contracts. We also got Zcash with the ZK Snark zero knowledge proofs, and of course we have Ethereum trying to adopt zero knowledge proofs as well. So I don't know. I don't know what the big deal with Luxcoin. Like personally, when I saw this, we got multi-signal transactions, which is pretty much on every single wallet as well. We have that on Bitcoin even, and a trading wallet. And I think what they had that was really novel was this kind of two-tiered system where they have a master node network that was a little bit different. This was the interesting thing, but let's see. The parallel master node network, which seems interesting, where banks and institutions can get master nodes, but I strongly don't like something like this. It's basically reminds me of Ripple. But if you want to go for Ripple, if banks and businesses want to go for Ripple, I think it's a great choice for them. But having this in conjunction with a normal decentralized cryptocurrency network is so weird. Like, I just feel like it's not as this coin, honestly, like that's my honest opinion. So, you know, this coin, if it was released in late 2016 or early 2017, I think it would have been pretty cool. I think it would have the features, and it probably would have developed the community and the community support for it if it was early in 2017. But right now we're entering 2018. We got something that's way cooler, right? We got DAG, directed a cyclic graph DAG. So we got IOTA, which is a new way of kind of processing transactions. It's about approving transactions behind you when you make a transaction. It's a whole new way of looking at the blockchain. I just did a little bit of research. You know, IOTA is super cool in terms of development. I don't really like how the team handles PR sometimes, but in terms of the core technology, DAG is super cool. And of course, it's got a way to solve transactions and the amount of transactions. If you look at how big the DAG for IOTA is, it gets cleaned every week or so. So it's like at less than 1 gigabyte. So it's not using the blockchain technology. We got these new things around the corner. We got an interview tomorrow with Charles Hoskinson of Cardano as well. They put things in epics. So that's a new way of looking at things as well. So I just feel like when Lux is compared to all these other new cryptocurrencies, it seems quite last gen. It seems early 2017, it might have succeeded there. But with all these things around the corner, we got Ray blocks as well, which generated so much hype earlier this year. Ray blocks had your own personalized blockchain and a new way of doing a block lattice. Like, we have all this new competition coming in, Lisk as well. And of course, we have Bitcoin adopting the Lightning Network now instead of just saying SegWit. SegWit is the precursor to Lightning. So of course, Lux can incorporate it, but Bitcoin is doing that and at a very fast rate as well. So yeah, my 2 cents on Lux. I'm sorry if that disappointed you guys there. It just seems like it has the features, but it's coming a little bit too late in 2018. The game is going crazy right here. So of of course, yeah, so right now we have the gambles of 2018, which I would say the new technology, and of course we have Bitcoin itself as well. Bitcoin, I think, is also one of the most overlooked currencies of 2018. It's hard to say this, but everyone comes in. Bitcoin, you probably see a lot of things that you didn't expect, which is high transaction fees. But of course, Bitcoin is looking at the Lightning Network, and of course, Bitcoin, I think it's very easy to overlook how decentralized it is. There's something I've been saying for a while. I know that people say that mining is very centralized. There's a lot of mining in China, but what we do see is mining pools being reported there. So, Bitcoin mining, China. Let me see. So we always see these kind of graphs. Bitcoin, China's dominating. We got cheap electricity. But I do want to say that, let me just say a graph. I don't know where the mining distribution. Does that work? Right, so we see this graph here. But I do want to state that with these graphs, these are pools. These are collections of miners. And miners can obviously leave and whenever the pool doesn't represent their opinion. So I do want to say that right now it does seem like Bitcoin seems to be very centralized. It's got these big parties controlling everything, but these are coalitions of miners. These miners all have their own small farms and they don't really fully represent everything. So I just want to just put that out there, that you might see these graphs, you might see a huge dominance, but they're not one single party. In fact, there are many different parties, many different miners just connecting to a pool. So just want to just highlight that point over there. Also, I would like to thank Farm Boyful for your $50 donation. We got Digibyte, UTXO blockchain. You're talking about that. I'll take a look at Digibyte, but yet again, you know, so many things on my list. So yeah, so that's my view on Luxcoin. You know, I just feel like it's not very competitive in 2018. It's got a lot of cool features. It's got all the right check marks. But it's 2018. I mean, we got Ethereum trying to adopt ZK snarks coming in this year. We got Bitcoin with their Lightning right in for Ethereum is operational already. We got Neo pushing up the bounds. We got Cardano here. We got Dash as well with their huge marketing budget as well. So yeah, there we go. Boxmining, take a look. Noom says Boxmining, take a look at Populous. I'll definitely take a look at more coins. There is definitely thoughts on high performance blockchain. David N. It seems like everything coming out of China is very popular. We got requests for high performance blockchain and of course VChain as well, which I will take a look at. So there's just so much happening right now that I guess I'm just trying to look at everything. KMD mate, they look dead. Are they? A lot of sell bounces. So let's go back and talk about some key factors in crypto this year. So one thing that we noticed in crypto this year is that coins grow in waves. Basically, they get a lot of media attention. It gets all hyped up. It gets on the front page of everything. Everyone goes and buys it, and then of course it gets pumped even more. So that seems to be the pattern in which coins grow. So it just all grows through pumps. So every coin technically is a pump. But at the same time, of course, there are teams that they're developing this. They basically continue to develop this, and then once that kind of pump dies, we're kind of waiting for what's happening next. So it just seems like the pattern here is that we have a very short, limited amount of attention span, but when we do give our attention to a certain coin, it goes ape shit crazy. So that seems to be the way that crypto has been growing for a while. CT Sounds asked about what do you think about Zencash? Thank you guys so much for your donation. John Smith as well, thank you so much for your donation for $20. What are your thoughts on Navcoin's new roadmap? So many different projects. I haven't got the time to look at all of them, so I do really want to thank you guys for choosing projects and suggesting projects. So one thing I do want to say is that there's just so many coins to look at, but I'm just trying to go and cover them all this year. Something that I personally want to do. We do have the vote as well, so let's just take a look at the vote. Also, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. We're about 1,000 guys watching right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking things out. Obviously, of course, I think a lot of people are definitely worried about this cryptocurrency dip, but honestly, That's just how crypto grows. So let's see the winner. The winner is ARK. So ARK is the favorite coin #2 for this whole voting season. So I'll take a look at ARK. ARK is something that I looked at before. They're a project that wants to do everything, and that's cool. That's cool. So I'll take a closer look and then I'll present that in a live episode, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow, the live episode will be with Charles Hoskinson. So Charles Hoskinson is the creator of Cardano, and he's going to be on my channel. So that's going to be an absolute pleasure to be. And he's one of the original developers for Ethereum as well. So, you know, very, very smart guy. And I hope to get a lot of insight into what's happening. So Charles is coming in tomorrow at around this time. So let me put the forums here. Yeah, we got a reminder as well, Charles. So this is the interview and preparation for Charles Hoskinson. And then we have the live stream as well. So anyways, I'll find that and put that link down. So that's what's happening, guys. Our coin as well, I'll probably discuss it on Thursday. So thank you guys so much for suggesting that. I'll definitely take a look. And of course, I'll do the new vote on the next one after I finish talking about ARK as well. So that's the plan. So Charles is coming. So that's the Cardano, Charles Hoskinson. We have questions coming in, and I'll be able to ask. The interview will be live, so we'll be able to ask questions. We have a lot of questions about partnerships, but to be honest, I'll do want to say that Cardano, I think Charles's strength is not with partnerships. He's the guy who's the brains behind everything. And then, of course, I think I've been talking to a lot of the people that are trying to push partnerships as well here in Hong Kong. So there's actually a bigger team than us. So that's kind of the interesting aspect of this. So we also got EOS. EOS Barfram says EOS should be #5. Well, this year we have a lot of speculation over a new coin. So yeah, Cardano, EOS. EOS is very hot right now as well. The thing with both of these coins is that they still have a lot to prove. So Cardano and both EOS, they're both in the midst of deploying their system. So we have a lot of hype for coins that haven't been fully realized yet. So that's the interesting thing about these two coins. There are still projects that are in progress. There's a lot of big grand ideals, but of course, I think I do want to quote Julian Hobbs from 10x here and saying white paper and delivery are different. So hopefully they can deliver, and I hope we can track that progress as well. Fatty Maids OG says, what do you think of Tron? To put things lightly, I think Tron has the greatest marketing team, but at the same time, they have the worst white paper. They have basically, I don't know, like a copy-pasted white paper with pretty much a roadmap that doesn't exist. So I don't really value them that much. I mean, if they have great business, great. If they can get partnerships, great. But do these partnerships matter? That's going to be something of importance this year. So my 2 cents on that. All right. VChain should be #5. Yeah, VChain's been very stable. So Joe Picon says VChain. Obviously, VChain has been very, very strong over the past few weeks. It does seem like there's a lot of whale action there as well. But the thing is, it's constantly pushing up. So I guess in a sense, it's making it kind of like a war machine. So if you just look at VChain, you know, I talked about VChain early on. I think the price was around $2 back then, or $2 back then, and now it's all the way up to like $8. So it's been crazy wild ride for VChain. Yeah. And I think this year is kind of cool as well. So we got Maku Bez says, agree, Tron is just good in marketing. I think finally this year, after these 2 cycles of many dips, or of some people want to call it crashes for cryptocurrencies, we're getting a little bit more careful with what we choose. So we definitely see that a lot of people are doing more due diligence in the market. We definitely see that the pumps, say for example, the John McAfee pump, people are probably going to research that coin up before they start buying. So I think that's a really good news, and especially after so many people got hurt in Big Connect as well. We're all starting to wake up. We're starting to wake up to how crazy crypto is, and we've seen various waves of FUD related to Tether, and I think that's good as well, because it's going to push us to kind of understand how crazy and how unregulated cryptocurrency markets are and how unprotected we are. Like I said, my view on Tether is that it's a great tool, but I will never hold Tether. And that's just my 2 cents, because you can't really trust a central authority. We are talking about decentralization here, and the more we move towards centralization, the more scary it gets. And because there's even less regulation here, we don't really know if tethers are kind of solvent or not. All right, so I'm going to probably wrap this episode around here. So I gave kind of some opinions on what's happening in the cryptocurrency market. Obviously, there's just a lot of turbulence here. Great places to look are, say, Reddit, or of course on Twitter, if you guys have Twitter. I'm definitely going to look a little bit more on ARK and of course high performance blockchain. That seems to be some big picks on its way. We got a question with Jordan asking how do Koreans feel about Icon. I think it's all about hype. I think the cool thing about Korea is just realizing that how popular it is to talk about cryptocurrencies there. They're basically saying that at dinner, pretty much you can hear anyone next to you talking about cryptocurrencies. It's just the talk over there. So it can suddenly get picked up. I think a lot of people are expecting a pump. But honestly, with people expecting a pump, expecting this massive growth, this is just speculation. And this year, I've been trying to deal less in speculation and focus more on good technology and something that can change the world. I think listening to Don Tapscott, he's got a great vision. You know, he's an older guy, but he's the guy who discovered the internet, right? He's the guy who talked about the internet before it was popular and started writing about the internet. He is the guy that's very respectable in this field, and he identified the pro points of blockchain. I think this year, that's something I want to focus as well. Solid tech, beyond the hype, tech that will last. I think we've been having this discussion on my Telegram group as well, that at the end of the day, you want to choose a coin that you want to believe in. Even if it tanks for a while, it doesn't really matter that much, because you understand and know that the team behind it is solid. I think that's the thing about Engine Coin as well. I think a lot of people, Obviously, I've been following Engine Coin for a while. It did take a little dip, but of course, I feel that the guys are very solid. The wallet that they produce is really beautiful, and of course, it's something that I want to follow. And especially with gaming in crypto, it's something that I'm very, very, very big on. So those are my 2 cents coming up. We also have, of course, a lot of partnerships this year. I mean, VChain has a crazy number of partnerships and crazy collaboration. So we have these juggernauts moving into the space, suddenly getting the recognition that they deserve, and of course combining that technology with RFID technology as well to really change how items are tracked on the blockchain. We also have, of course, questions about Metaverse. So I met Eric again. Obviously, Metaverse is a huge platform from China, and of course there's a lot of discussion there. So definitely it was very cool to meet up with all those really cool guys there. We got Da Hongfei that I met, Eric Gu from Metaverse, CZ from Binance. It was really, really cool meeting them up. And of course, next week, what I'm planning to do next week is I finally decided that I'm going to attend the Neo DevCon. So Neo DevCon is... Okay, Neo DevCon is in San Fran. It's in around a week's time. So I'll be going to traveling to San Francisco to check out what sort of the technology they're developing. So I think this is something that I want to focus on, developing the technology, talk about the applications of that, and of course, seeing how the developers there and just getting a feel for that situation. So that's what's happening, guys. Thoughts on Car Vertical. I personally saw the video that Superman did. He called it the VChain of cars, but honestly, why not just go for VChain? My 2 cents on that issue. So I hope that answers your question. I'm sure they have some cool stuff there, but VChain's really far ahead in terms of their blockchain and in terms of their collaboration as well. So we got Dinesh says thoughts about Kanya Coin. Kanya Coin is really cool as well. They did a really cool ICO. They're pushing forward with their product, and I want to see that coming into action. They love crypto and they want to integrate that into this service sharing app, and I think that's something that's really cool. And I think it's one of those things that it came up in a way people forgot about it, but their team is super solid there as well. So my 2 cents on there. We also got Mez says Boxmining is now show mining his own coins only. Lol. Not really. Not really. I mean, Pretty much my biggest portfolio is Ethereum and Bitcoin. We got questions of PQ Holdings. What are your thoughts of any upcoming ICOs? I'm going to do a little bit more research on them and hopefully find some good ones. I'll be a bit late to the party. I was a little bit too busy over the last week, so staying ahead and then doing research and doing a video. I know I published Catchup yesterday. It's a really cool project. I was looking at it before the ICO, and then of course time really caught up with me, so there we go. Zmer says, is KuCoin safe to use? No cryptocurrency exchange is safe. You know, we're used to very regulated exchanges and institutions, but in crypto it is the Wild West, so no exchange is really safe. It's convenient to use maybe, but nothing is safe. I would even say that for Binance. I'll say this forever because I've been personally a victim of Mt. Gox, and at that time, Mt. Gox was so big, it was too big to fail even. People really believed in it, and then we realized it was a total sham. They got hacked, per se. Now the legal proceedings are still going on over Mt. Gox. There you go. So, in that respect, it does seem like, I think, what we want to see is that we want to see more decentralized exchanges, but the problem with decentralized exchanges is that they have slow matchmaking with their trades. So this year we're probably going to see some better decentralized exchanges coming through. Waves Dex is actually really cool, by the way, so if you guys want to check that out, that is an example of a decentralized exchange with good interface. Like, that's something that I really want to see this year. Eddie T says, when will Casper be rolled out for Ethereum? That's something you have to ask Vitalik. This year, it's definitely the year for Casper, but unfortunately for everything, it's just like, when it's ready, it's ready. And we also have something like, say, OMG put out the first Plasma demo for Ethereum, so the blockchain within blockchains. I think that was very appreciated, how big that is, because of course Ethereum's always talking about scaling. They're talking about sharding this year. They're talking about blockchains within blockchains. They got the Raiden network up and running, so tons going on. AKA CG says, talk about Spank Chain. No, but Garlic Chain is taking off. I was looking at Garlic Chain yesterday. Basically, Garlic Coin rather, or it's getting so much hype on Reddit. It's hilarious. It's like the next Dogecoin. It's basically a useless coin. It's a fork of Litecoin. They make no exceptions here. They have no new technology except its ASIC resistance. They have a new mining algorithm, but it's getting a lot of hype and it's getting a lot of fun. So I guess, I don't know, I'm going into one of those things where it's just a lot of fun. And check out Garlic Coin. They also have a airdrop, so that's coming in right now. If you guys want funny coins, here's one that's funny. Definitely not something that's going to be groundbreaking in terms of technology. They always said no new technology with this, but it's fun. So I was posting that out yesterday. But if you guys want to check this out, they have, if you subscribe to them, you're gonna get, I think, an airdrop, something like that. If you guys care about airdrops, yeah. Here you go, airdrop giveaway if you subscribe to their Reddit. That's why they have 134,000 readers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What about Crash Token? Yep, I priced up Crash Token. So I made my own mini coin to demonstrate how easy it is to make coins, and to demonstrate the decimal place aspect, and to demonstrate the aspect of high market cap, so a high number of coins. So this was just for fun. So this is an educational coin. I'm just messing around with it. So if you guys are interested, you can add it to the Waves platform. It's on Crash Token. It's not really something that's like, you know, a coin. It doesn't do anything. It's just an educational thing, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, we should probably price up Crash Token if you guys want to buy any. It's on the Waves Dex right now, and I kind of reduced the spread of it because I control pretty much all the coins for it. You know, it's educational. Check it out. Check out the videos leading up to this. You guys will have a great insight into how tokens are made, how tokens are sold, how decimal place works, how market cap works. That'll be cool. So guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to try to catch up as much as I can on all the coins. High performance blockchain is definitely one of them. I'm going to talk about more of what's happening on the market, I guess. We're going to try to do a little bit more of analysis to catch up. Let's just check Reddit cryptocurrency right now. It doesn't seem like there's anything big coming out. We just basically have good news coming from Korea, and that good news seems to be causing a mini crash. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I will try to answer as much thing as possible. I'm getting super tired. I don't know why, but maybe just catching up. But it was great to see you guys again today. And of course, have a fun time in crypto. Research the crap out of every token and enjoy yourselves. Thank you guys so much for watching.